Like, here's my custom female Spartan I made for playing the campaign for Halo Reach. And I painted her like the Gold Ranger. And the reason I did that is because I have like the Gold Ranger theme song on that Power Ranger soundtrack I showed you guys. So I was like, well, I don't have the Green Ranger song or any other ones so I'll make my Spartan the Gold Ranger and just make it into a female character because I don't know what it is. Like I said, my favorite comic book characters, Scarlet and GI Joe, my favorite, fictional character. And when I have games where I can make my own female character, you've seen my Lisa from Mass Effect, where this is my Spartan, and I'm just gonna show you guys how far I've gotten in the campaign. If it'll load, I think I can just bring this up. Yeah, I got in the tip of the spear. That's my next level. I finally got past the hunters on Nightfall. I mean, it took me a bunch of tries to get past those guys. I hate enemies that you can only shoot in the back in games. I hate it in Tomb Raider. I hate it in any game. I hate it in any game where the only way you can take an enemy out is if you just shoot them in the butt, because I just can't stand those kind of enemies. They're just bullet spongy and annoying to me as a player. So yeah, that's my next mission. But I figured I'd show you guys that I wish, these female led media things that we have. I wish they casted actors that weren't jerks, actresses that weren't jerks and entitled. And I wish that the characters were written to act like real people, like, Gene Roddenberry and Stan Lee, used to write their characters. Like Stan Lee even says in some interviews, the way he would write his characters, he tried to give them real problems to make them seem like real people. The same thing with Gene Roddenberry's characters. When you thought of the personalities of their characters, you could think of, hey, I know a guy like that I come across at the local grocery store. And that was the thing about real writers, is their characters, even though they had supernatural features or supernatural abilities, they still felt like people, not cardboard cutouts. I wish modern writers would understand that. Because I bet if, we'll say, the Star Wars girl was written to be a human being instead of a cardboard cutout, the movies might have done better. And if they would have done more respect for the legacy cast. But, they're not the only franchise that did that. Gears of War threw their legacy cast under the bus, too. But just the fact that I do, like I said, when I used to write stories in school, I'd write female-led stories with female leads, but because I always thought, young girls needed other role models besides Barbie, which I know that's what their intention is, but they're doing a poor job at it. It's like, I understand that you want female representation in stories and universes, but, don't cast people that are complete a-holes, like Blaine Larson or any of these other dummies. I mean, used to be a movie would come out, and you'd be excited for the movie, and the person playing the part, you'd see them in the part, and you wouldn't see the actor, you would see the character they were portraying, which is something I think Hollywood's lost. Their actors don't have an illusion. When I look at Chris Pine in a movie, all I see is Chris Pine. The same thing with Gal Gadot. I don't see them portraying an alternate personality of a fictional person. They don't have the talent, the old actors. So I can watch multiple movies with Arnold, Stallone, Meg Ryan, or any of them, and I see a different persona projected from that actor every time. How come actors back then had talent, but everybody now is just a talentless hack, from the writers to the performers? What happened to talent? People just lost their. Did we just not have talent scouts anymore? They look for talented people. Because I don't have a lot of But it's like I said, I'd look at the character on the screen, even though it was played by the same blonde Meg Ryan that I'd seen in tons of movies. But each character came across as a different personality. Like the Kathleen girl in what the hell was one of the books? I forgot it, but the one where she oh, you've got my. But when I've seen, You've Got Mail, and I see a different character compared to the characters she played, and she played with the same actor. She played also Joe vs. Volcano. I see those characters as two different people, two different personalities. Between the You Got Mail girl to the even the one in the Sleepless in Seattle, like every character Meg portrays comes off as a completely different person. Same thing with, Stallone and all these other people. They had talent. People now, whether it's the writer or whether it's the actor, they're both talentless hacks. Because when I look at, say, a modern movie, I don't see. Um, Vin Diesel's one of the guys that still can pull off different personalities. Like I watched some of Pitch Black, and the Vin Diesel Pitch Black thing, the Chronicles Riddick. I saw a different person from who he was in Fast and the Furious, a completely different persona. How come modern actors can't do that? How come modern writers can't do that? You're supposed to be portraying a different persona than who you are in real life. You're supposed to be playing pretend to be you're supposed to pretend to be someone else. But none of these people have the talent to do that. And whether it's like I said, where's the talent in the entertainment business? Like I do agree, women do need better role models than Barbie, or more role models than Barbie, but they also need actors that can betray a different personality every time. Every character I look at when I look at, because mostly what I have for female-led stuff is Meg Ryan, or Demi Moore stuff, and I look at I see a different personality, a different person each time. The same thing with Stallone and Arnold and Vin Diesel. But all these people now, these morons, they couldn't act their way out of a speeding ticket, let alone an actual movie theater.